past that time by Sproul, and the circus was on.
The killer. This was really the play that hurt Isaiah because they scored so quickly. Michael got in there and scored within 4 seconds.
Honestly, the reason why I think MJ's the GOAT is because in these moments, he is so poised. Um, he's so resilient, and he knows that he's gonna get his way. And he's confident about that. Um, even though he has 30 something points, he's not shooting that well, right? But he's still getting his way. The only reason why his field goal percentage might look like that is because he's getting fouled and he's getting to the line. And that's why he's so many missed shots. But if you look at his free throws, he's making a lot of his free throws. He's taking a lot of his free throws. He's taking a lot of free throws, and he's making them. So like he ended up having what they said 45 at that moment. Um, and then I think he might have had 47, closer to 50. So it's like he still had a great game. Like he still was close to 50 in the finals game, and he was clutch. Like all 50 buckets or all 47 points or whatever he had was clutch. They needed that. It came to the wire. It came down to the last shot. He had 47 points. You know what I'm saying? Like not many superstars are not many superstars are gonna drop 47 in a finals game, in a game deciding game that's gonna determine if they win the championship or not. Not many players are gonna do that. Michael Jordan has it all when it comes to like being a scorer and a dog. Everything you need. The mid-range, the athletic ability, the scoring ability. He can shoot the three from time to time. He has the mentality. He's going to be resilient. Players can't guard him, so they're going to foul him. He makes his free throws. It's like, it's very hard to stop him. And his motor, like he keeps on going. Even if he's tired, he's going to push through and get the buckets he needs to get at the end of the game. He's very smart about it. At that last possession, he scored quick. Or not the last possession, the second last possession, he scored really quick. So he can get back down and do what he did to Russell. So he's very strategic with it too. But he's an assassin. He's an assassin. That's what I could say. He's an assassin. And that's why I believe he's the GOAT. Because I don't think there's many players that could do that. Drop almost 50 in the finals.
Here's Jordan in deep on Elo.
This guy is ridiculous, man. This guy is ridiculous, man. Who does that? Who does that? Like, who does that? That didn't even make sense. If you really look at the clip, that didn't make any sense. The way his hand flipped to like his whole body was away from the rim, and his hand just like flicks over to the other side, and he scores. Like that makes no sense. He's just that gifted. He's like that, and it's probably because of his like the ability he has with his hands or whatever. Because he can palm the ball and he can flick the ball a certain way. I don't know. He's just that gifted, and he's very coordinated too. Yeah. So I feel like that's everything you need in a basketball player. You need to be coordinated. You need to know how to like maneuver the ball. Like for you to be a really good finisher or do the things that Jordan does, you have to be able to palm the ball 100%. Like I don't know if you're gonna even be on Jordan's level if you can't do that. I don't know if you can emulate Jordan's game if you can't do that. In some like for his finishing as far as that, but like everything else, just it could be just skill, like the spin around jumpers, the footwork, all of that you can emulate that. But the finishing and all of that, when it comes to stuff like that, that's just ridiculous. Flicking it over his head for the layup, like it's nonsense. But yeah, it's Jordan. He's the GOAT. So that's my explanation for it. He's the GOAT. This guy's ridiculous.
Stacey King has it now in the middle of the break. Jordan, left wing, 15, hit it. Oh, Michael missed that.
This looks like an easy 50 for him, for real. Just mid-range jumpers. No one's contesting it. Like, it's crazy. I think people are just expecting him to get into the key and try to finish, and they're trying to block him from doing that, and he's just pulling up from the mid-range. It's just too easy. You're just getting quick, easy buckets straight off of the fear of the defenders.
Jordan looking down the floor now. That's Reggie Williams, who's got 4. He took it right to Williams.
Damn, their defense is so bad. What was going on that game? Like, Jordan is just basically doing drills. Mid-range jumpers, open threes, and he just did a finger roll. I guess because he didn't want to get dunked on. Okay, the whole video, this whole game, I feel like they're just fearing Jordan, and Jordan, he's just getting open shots, open layups, open threes, because they're just so fearful of what he could do to them. Like, they don't want to get dunked on, they don't contest his layup. They don't want him to drive in the key, they're letting him shoot threes. They don't want him to go on a fast break and dunk it, so they're waiting for him in the key. He pulls up for a mid-range. He's open. It's just off of sheer fear, just pure fear. Just all game. It's crazy.
Jordan to the circle, puts the shot in the air. Good! The game's over.
Jersey Nets, including scoring 22 points in a row during one stretch. In the game against the Cavaliers, the Wizards were down by
22 points in a row? What was this guy on? Yeah, he doesn't have the legs that he had back in the day, but he's still giving fans 22 points in a row without missing. Back to back to back to back. That's torture. That's torture. Whoever is guarding him, whoever is guarding him is getting. Whoever is guarding him is getting the works. Is getting the works. 22 points back to back to back to back to back. Like, come on, like, that's crazy. At 40 years old, whoever was guarding him, they had a bad night, and after they left, they cried in the car. You know what's crazy though? I saw something on Instagram recently. It was saying how Jordan signed like an agreement with his team, Chicago Bulls, that he could play like anywhere outside of the NBA in his off season, so he can get as much reps as possible when he's trying to prepare for the next season. So he's just like training in the off season. So he signed this agreement where he can play anywhere he wants because he wants to get all the reps in. He wants to get into all the runs and simulate like actually being in a game while he's not actually in season mode. He's in off season mode. So like when you're off season, you're supposed to try to get better. You're supposed to try to practice, train, and plus you're supposed to actually play too. Right? You're supposed to actually play against people. So he's playing in like high level runs, probably against other professional players, against other NBA players. But he signed an agreement. He's like, because that's his mentality. He wants to get better. Like he can't, like if there's like a certain like agreement or anything in a contract that's stopping him from growing, he's gonna get on that. He's gonna like, you know what, I'm gonna make this agreement. I'm Michael Jordan, so I can do this. Like you can't tell me anything, because if I leave this team, that's it for your organization. So like they're not gonna say no to that, obviously. So like in the NBA, they have their reasons. They don't want players to get injured, but like Jordan's one of those guys. He wants to get better, and he's gonna do whatever he can to get better. So that's playing as much runs as possible, training as much as possible. So if certain things are prohibiting him from doing that, he's gonna jump on that and deal with that. So yeah.
Now stay tuned for your daily devotion.
I'm in Durham, North Carolina, shotgun on my lap, drinking a fifth of Hennessy to get myself drunk enough that I don't have the courage to pull the trigger. And when I get to the point where I could pull the trigger and I got the barrel facing my chin, man, this girl, her name was Tiffany. I can't find her. She used to twist my locks. She was a Christian. I stopped showing up for my appointments. I stopped going to get my locks done. Now Tiffany Watch is wondering, where is Philip? And so she just comes randomly that very night. She comes to visit me at my house. My door is unlocked by the providence of God. And Tiffany walks through the door on that night. She sees me sitting there with the shotgun in my lap with tears in my eyes. She walks up to me, she takes my hand, and she sits down on the floor next to me. She does not say a word, but the ministry of presence. The Lord saw in me what I could not see in myself. He saw a day that I would serve him. He saw a day where I would preach for him. He saw a day where I would be a herald for him. And he saw in me. He saw in me value that people could not see in me, and sent one of his children